Good afternoon, friends. Today, I'd like to talk about Sberbank of Russia opening 10 branches in India. Some of you might know that Sberbank of Russia is perhaps the oldest banks of Russia, almost with a history of 180 years. It has assets of $400 billion, dollars, perhaps a little more than that now, and 50% and more of the stake is held by the Russian government itself. And the Sberbank has been operating in India for some time now. We have three branches of Sberbank, one in Delhi, the other in Mumbai, and the third one is in Bengaluru. The one in Mumbai and Delhi are basically banking services offices. So they just give banking services and employ perhaps close to 1,000 employees. But the one in Bengaluru is actually an IT company. It doesn't do banking services, it's an IT company with employees who are data scientists and AI experts. One might wonder, what is a bank doing with IT? Friends, over the years, perhaps a decade or more, Sberbank has been transitioning from a banking company into a technology ecosystem. It wants to transform itself into a large company like, let's say, a Google or an Apple or even a Facebook. Now, in the process, it has been very systematically deploying cutting edge and contemporary disruptive technologies like AI, machine learning, cloud, quantum computing, etc., not only in its services, but using the same technologies, it is developing devices and products. It's something like, let's say, there is a hospital. The hospital goes beyond its brief, like not just giving patient care, but investing heavily into technology to make its own products like an MRI machine, like a PET scan machine. So it becomes not just a medical space, but a technology pioneer. Sberbank has attempted to do it and successfully so, because today Sberbank has its own smart marketplace like Google, like an app store of Apple. And to announce to the world that the transition is complete, recently Sberbank announced that they are going to drop the word bank from its logo, number one. The other thing is they are declaring themselves as an IT company with a banking license. So why am I talking so much about Sberbank? Well, the reason I am doing that is, my friends, Mr. Putin, the president of Russia, is going to come to India in the month of September this year. He is going to attend the BRICS Summit that India is going to chair. There, we're going to crystallize the bilateral trade that was signed back in 2025 December, that talks about $100 billion bilateral trade between Russia and India. Friends, today our bilateral trade stands at something like $68 billion, but we want to enhance that to $100 billion. And that's going to happen when we work together in a way that hastens and accelerates cooperation. And one of that is monetary transactions. So look at Sberbank today. When we do bilateral trade, it's just not exchange of goods, services, my friends. It's all about money. Now, what Sberbank has done is deployed heavy technologies with some thousands of AI assistants and can accelerate payments just like that. So, both the parties, Indian businesses and Russian businesses will never get into any hassles, because as it is, we are trading in rupees and rubles and not in dollars. And Sberbank is the gateway to this beautiful transaction that's going to become more and more fruitful, more fortified, and more comprehensive in the years to come. So, thanks to Sberbank, um, and happy to hear the news.